In this section, we'll cover how to add a new page to your website. You can do this in two different ways. The first is by clicking the plus icon at the very top of the screen. The second is by going into Pages in the menu and then selecting Add New Page. When you do this, you'll be taken to the page editor. Here you'll see two main areas. The first is where you add your title. The second is where you begin adding your content. The title you enter will also set the URL for the page. You can see the URL update automatically on the right hand side. If you'd like to nest this page underneath an existing section, you can also select a parent page. This will add the parent page to the URL structure, keeping your site organized. Adding content here is very simple. It works just like using a word processor. You can copy and paste from an existing document or type directly into the content area. For example, I'll paste in some text. If I want to break this up with a subtitle, I just hit return, type the subtitle, then highlight it. From there, I can convert it from paragraph text into a heading. The page title always counts as a heading one, so any subheadings you create will automatically be set as heading 2 or H2. To start building out the layout, we use something called the block editor. At the top of the editor, there are a few useful controls. On the left, you'll see a 3 lines icon. Clicking this will open a list view of all the blocks on the page. This makes it much easier to reorder them by dragging and dropping. Next to that, there are undo and redo icons. These are especially helpful if you make a mistake or change your mind while editing. And finally, the plus icon. Clicking this opens up the full library of blocks or components that you can add to your page. The system provides a wide range of components: text, images, galleries, videos, tables, menus, and more. For now, we'll look at some of the most popular ones. Let's begin with columns. Columns let you split the content area into multiple sections. This means instead of text or media stretching across the full width of the page, you can arrange items side by side. For this example, I'll choose a 50-50 split. In the left column, I'll add some text, and in the right column, I'll add something called a document store. The document store allows you to display files in a neat, branded way. To add a file, click Add Row, then Add File. From here, you can select a document from the media library or upload a new one directly from your computer. Once you've chosen your file, click Select, then give it a title. Let's add 3 files in total. When I click away, you'll see how the document store formats them automatically with custom icons that match your school website. Now let's add another set of columns, but this time with a 2/3, 1/3 split. In the smaller section, I'll insert some buttons. Buttons are great for linking to other areas of your website, to specific files, or even to external links. I'll add 2 buttons here side by side. In the larger section, I'll insert a gallery. Galleries can be shown in different ways, as sliders, as grids, or as image viewers. For this example, I'll choose a grid layout. To add images, click Add Media, then select from your media library or upload new files from your computer. Once I've chosen my images and clicked Select, they appear in the gallery. When we preview the page, we'll see both the buttons and the image gallery displayed side by side. At any stage, you can preview your progress. Click the laptop icon at the top of the screen, then choose Desktop Preview in a new tab. This opens the page in a new browser tab, showing you exactly how it will look to visitors. Now, let's add an accordion to the page. Accordions are useful when you have a lot of text. Instead of overwhelming visitors with long paragraphs, you can present the text in expandable sections. To add one, click the plus icon, choose Accordion and type in a title and then add your text below. I'll add 3 Accordion items for this example. When we preview the page, you'll see each section displayed neatly. Clicking the small arrow expands or collapses the content, keeping the page easy to navigate. You can also add videos. In the block search, type video. Here you can choose to upload from your media library or embed from platforms like YouTube or Vimeo. For this example, I'll paste in a YouTube link, click Embed, and the video appears directly on the page. If needed, you can reorder the video by using the up and down arrows beside the block. Next, let's create a table. Click the plus icon, type table, then choose how many rows and columns you want. For this example, I'll create a 2-column, 5-row table. By default, the table has a plain design, but you can also choose a striped style to make it easier to read. I'll add a sample staff list here with names in one column and contact details in the other. I'll also make the header text bold so it stands out. When we preview, the table is displayed cleanly within the page. Another very useful component is the link table. This works in a similar way to the document store, but with more flexibility. You can add links, files, videos, or even email addresses, all formatted with clear icons. For example, I'll add a link to another page within the site, an external link, a file such as an application form, a video link, and a staff contact email. When I click away, you'll see them all displayed neatly, styled to match your school branding. Now let's add a quote to our page. Select the quote block, then type or paste in your text. This is styled automatically to stand out from the rest of the content. You can also add a citation below the quote. For example, the name of the person you're quoting or the source of the text. When we preview, you'll see the quote and citation displayed together, formatted in line with your website's design. Another useful component is the menu list. This is especially useful for curriculum pages or landing pages. It allows you to link to different areas of your website, and it presents those links as neat, branded buttons. For this example, I'll link to some pages in the About Us section. When I click away, you'll see the menu items displayed as clickable buttons. Similar to the menu list is the category list. The main difference is that a category list allows you to include not just links but also files and images. This makes it more visual, like a set of quick links. For example, I'll add an internal page link, an external link, a file, and an image. When I preview the page, you can see how these appear together with icons and images included. Finally, depending on your school's design, you may also have access to multiple page templates. These are listed on the right-hand side of the editor. For example, if I select the full width template, the sidebar will be removed and the content will stretch across the full page. When I preview this, you'll see the difference immediately. The content now spans the entire width of the page. Now your page is built. Let's look at the pages listing view. From here, you can see all of the pages on your site at a glance. If you hover over a page title, you'll see a link called Quick Edit. Quick Edit is a simple way to update key details without fully opening the page editor. Here you can change the title of the page, edit the slug which is the text that appears in the URL, and select or update the parent page. This can save a lot of time if you just need to make small adjustments to multiple pages. And that covers how to create and edit pages using the block editor. We've looked at adding text, images, buttons, galleries, videos, tables, quotes, menus, categories, and more. We've also seen how to use quick edit from the page listing and how to choose different templates. If you have any further questions, please contact your account manager or the support team.